there, this is Fixed Signs Tarot. Thank you for watching. At the moment I am doing Virgo, and the planets affecting Virgo today are Moon in Leo, which could amplify Virgo's innate tendency towards stress, especially since the moon is in a sign that is generally passionate and emotional, contrasting with Virgo's more analytical nature. The sun is in Libra, so Virgos might feel a stronger pressure to be perfect in relationships and work, leading to overthinking and anxiety. Mercury and Mars are in Scorpio, a sign associated with intensity and secrets, which could trigger overthinking and a feeling of being overwhelmed. Some ways to cope with that: acknowledge the feelings of stress without letting them take over, and focus on the present. And with that, I'm going to get into the reading. Today I'm going to do a shadow read. And what does your inner child want you to know today? What does Virgo's inner child want you to know today? Calypso wants me to know that she is not happy with me. She's over there pouting. You might hear her. So I apologize. She wants attention. So what does Virgo's inner child want them to know today? And this one is trying hard to come out, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. Structure. Are you having problems with structure? Figuring out how to make structure in your life? Are you figuring out how to build it? Are you figuring out how to allow it to come down? Are you controlling too much? Are you over-structuring things? Let's find out. It came out in the positives, so we'll add on to that 24. Be careful not to cling to old conceptions of success or hold on to a brittle system that restricts potential and leaves people discouraged. Yeah. Let's clarify. Which structures are these? What structures is Virgo having a hard time with? What structures are Virgo having a hard time with? The sun. How you find your happiness? Hello, Tia. Hi there, baby. Children. Structuring for your children. I always associate the Sun card with children and their happiness, and they're laughing and they're running around and playing. And the Seven of Pentacles, getting started on something, getting started on your family, getting started on your happiness, a project that would make you happy. Oh my goodness, my cat is my cat is walking across the yard and he is carrying a chipmunk. Oh my. And I just fed him. Okay, well, the circle of life is right in front of me and my dogs are going crazy over it. Okay, well then. All right. Please don't eat that in front of me. Go somewhere else with that. Oh my. Everybody's calmed down now, I think. Back to the structure, Seven of Pentacles, and building it and taking the time to figure out how to build it. How do you build your happiness? How do you structure it? How do you find time to fit it in? What is the source of this wound? Why are you having so much trouble finding the time? Why are you having so much trouble with figuring out structure? Why is Virgo having trouble figuring out structure? Nurture. It wasn't nurtured. Whenever you were a child, structure wasn't nurtured. Structuring happiness was not a part of it. Your days may have been structured for school, work, but happiness, family, that was not structured in. Maybe you weren't given dinner time with family. Maybe you were just, work was all there was to it. So you don't know how to structure in family time. You don't know how to structure in happiness, things that you enjoy. You don't know how to structure in going and finding things that you want to do that bring you happiness. You know, structuring painting. You want to be a painter, but you don't know how to go about structuring. You don't know how to go about finding the time. You don't know how to start. You don't know what tools you need. And why would you bother? Because things like that were not nurtured in your home. What is the source of this wound? How did this wound come to be? What energy affected this Virgo's wound? Love of convenience, true love, star-crossed love, unrequited love. Maybe a parent spent more time on their relationship than they did with you. Maybe a ritual priest, human sacrifice, headhunters and cannibals. Ritual sacrifice. Let's see here. I think that might have to do with my cat eating the chipmunk. The human sacrifice, you were a sacrifice. Your parent figure didn't see family. It was a sacrifice instead of something of joy. So you weren't raised to enjoy parenting. You weren't raised to enjoy being with family because that was a sacrifice. That was something that had to be done. I know a lot of people, mine included, who, well, it's Christmas. You have to spend Christmas with your family. Thanksgiving is coming up. Oh my God, Thanksgiving. And you have to spend it with family. Well, family is what you make of it. Family is not blood. Well, it can be. I mean, that's the term. Anywho, family is what you make. Family is the people that you want to be around. It shouldn't be a sacrifice. So that's probably something that you had to look. That's probably something that you are raised to believe, was that family was a sacrifice. Happiness was a sacrifice. You gave up happiness to be a parent. You gave up happiness because, well, that's what you do. You are in a relationship, and so you give up on the things that make you happy so that you can make them happy. One more. And somebody taught you how to do that. I will take this one and this one. Model, hobbyist, collector, professional. Maybe somebody thought that their professional life was more important. Again, choosing work or family, prioritizing money over love, money over what makes them happy. I mean, sometimes, let's be real, sometimes money can't make us happy. I mean, it paid for my divorce. Sorcerer or sorceress, a Wiccan, illusionist, and alchemist. This person who believed this was capable of changing a lot of things. They started a lot of projects, maybe didn't finish them. Oh no, let's go deeper. Let's go on. What is Leo hiding from themselves? What is, not Leo, I am so sorry. What is Virgo hiding from themselves? Maybe you've got Leo in your chart somewhere. What is Virgo hiding? What is Virgo hiding from themselves? Oh my goodness, a lot of them wanted to jump out. And there's the Leo card in reverse. Ascendant and entrance. So maybe your parent was a Leo. Maybe this person was, let's see here, 35. What is Leo hiding from themselves? They're hiding their own strength, their ability to shine. I mean, you're capable of shining, but, you know, you hide it. 35. That's a south node. Under stress, you may fall back on familiar defenses and relive what you've always lived. PTSD, flashbacks, and addictive habits or relationships all operate around your south node. It has roots in some past karmic pattern, the origins of which are not clear. You either need to apply skills that you were born with or look again at old problems and work to heal them. And since this is something that you are not seeing, maybe it's a pattern that you're not seeing. It's a karmic pattern, a family, a generational trauma pattern that you're not seeing. And maybe that's the pattern, your ability to shine. If you're acting from a place of soul hunger, you can mistakenly think that any attention from others will fill that gaping hole. Not all attention is good attention. Stubbornness, the fear of being wrong, or the desire to be seen as the leader may blind you to what is urgently needed. Melodrama can disconnect you from the real feelings involved. So yeah, essentially, you're drawing in, because of this soul wound, you are drawing in the wrong people for you, because you're not allowing yourself to shine. And because of that, you're drawing in work instead of romance. Let's say you're so focused on work that you can't switch it off. You can't bring in a family if you're focusing on work. If you want a family, well, you have to do things that you have to take the steps to draw in a family. You have to meet people that you want in your life on a regular basis. You have to look for people that you're comfortable with having in your home, around your children. You can't just be drawing in your work people. I mean, unless you enjoy your work people in that way, but let me get the next card. What qualities is Virgo projecting? What qualities is Virgo projecting? What qualities is Virgo projecting onto others? What qualities is Virgo projecting onto others? I'm taking these two. Introspection and your resources. Sorry, I do my readings in the morning, then my allergies are sucky in the morning. Oh, 50. Oh. So, it can be hard to find a healthy place between feeling subsumed by a group and dwelling in stunted isolation. The 12th house asks you to face your fears. In quiet moments of prayer, meditation, and creative bliss, feel that deep connection to the source and know you are not alone. Introspection. The situation is complex, so learn what's going on behind the scenes before you act. Look for private motives, hidden enemies, and surprise angels. Take time alone to develop an idea or listen within. So you are projecting this onto others. You're hoping that they will fulfill these for you. Your resources, your introspection. You don't want to think about it. You just want somebody else who is going to do it for you, maybe. Or maybe somebody is doing that to you. What you see is not all there is. If you are looking for emotional and spiritual satisfaction in your stuff, it will never be enough because it never quite scratches that itch. Maybe, like I said back here, you're looking at work relationships instead of, you're trying to draw in a romantic relationship and you're focused on work. So what you're doing over here is you're projecting that onto others. You are focused on your resources instead of, you're so focused on your resources that you're projecting that onto others. You think that other people are looking at you as a resource, maybe. Maybe your mom had to marry for money. Or she stayed in a relationship because she couldn't afford to have her kids, to take care of her kids without that money. Let me draw a few more cards to clarify that. All right, that was all of them. The Five of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Happiness was stunted because a caretaker had to work all the time. There was a lot of bickering over it. Like both of your parents maybe had to work all the time. There wasn't time for, it's expensive having kids, let's face it. So they were working all the time, and money was a huge factor. And so you're looking for a partner who is capable of making that kind of money. Instead of focusing on love and happiness, you're focused on the money that the person earns and brings in. And, you know, do they have a steady job? Do they have, you know, instead of how they make you feel. So you're focused on that instead of finding love and happiness. Where does Virgo need support and guidance? 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 Ooh, there we go. On their journey, progressing, moving forward. Oh, this is not a small obstacle or opportunity. This is part of a complex pattern. Every choice you make changes how it unfolds. So maybe you need to seek guidance. Maybe you need to talk to a counselor, a therapist, on how to move forward, on how to get over this wound, how to heal it. Progressions do not speak of a passing thing, but to the big sweeping arcs of karmic fate to your soul's journey. Your present situation may not make sense in the short term because it has more to do with big karmic patterns and how those intersect with the karmic patterns of the world's progress, and less to do with your daily existence. Stand back and look at your life's journey. Think of the years you engaged with the world and the years you needed time for more personal work. Consider making a timeline or painting this landscape to see where you are in those big sweeping patterns. Like I said, maybe you want to talk to a therapist and get some guidance on how to deal with this. How can you heal this wound? Maybe talk to a relationship therapist. Maybe talk to a money counselor so that you can take care of your own finances, so that you don't rely on somebody else. And then, you know, once your own finances are in order on your own, you can find somebody for happiness and for love. That way you're not stuck in a relationship like your parent was for the money. All right. What are the next steps that Virgo needs to take to move forward? What are the next steps that Virgo needs to take to move forward? And I only take 3 cards, but it gave me 4. The 5th house, passion, Neptune, vision, North Node, future, Mars, motion. Focus on what you're passionate about. Take the time to find out what you're passionate about, what makes you happy, what brings you joy, what brings you peace. Find that out first. Create a vision. Maybe do some vision boards. See, you know, look at things. Look at different situations, look at different families, see how they interact, see which one makes you happy. Focus on the future. Try not to get stuck in the past. Try not to allow any of this person. Find out what caused the trauma, find out what causes you the anxiety, and deal with that, heal it, so that you can focus on the future, so that your past doesn't control your way forward. And then the motion is to actually follow through with it. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in the process. Don't allow yourself to get stuck just thinking about it. Actually do it. A lot of people think that, well, I told the universe what I wanted, but they don't go out and go for it. They don't put in the necessary moves to do it. I want a new job. Well, that's great. You can tell the universe that all you want, but if you don't go out and put in applications, you won't be able to get a new job. If you want to be in a relationship, you will want to open yourself up and allow people in so that you can have a relationship. You try dating apps, you talk to people. Yeah, you have to open up to let them in. And going back to passion, you find out your likes, your dislikes, and you go out and you do them, such as kayaking. Well, oh, hello, Tia. Hi, baby. My passion is Great Danes. Yes. And they decide to give hugs. Yeah, baby. I love you too. However, I will definitely have to find somebody who loves Great Danes as much as I do. Join Great Dane websites, follow group pages on Facebook, and then check to see who comments and follow them or friend them, add them. Check the comments in YouTube videos if you like astrology and you're drawn, you want to date a Scorpio. Well, check the comments. That's one way to open up and find people that you're passionate about. Find, you're passionate about the same topics. But take that motion. Take a leap and do it. Don't just sit there and tell the universe that you want love and you want a relationship. You have to take the steps to do it. All right. That's it for today. Like, subscribe, follow, whatever you want to do. I'm okay with you not liking it. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope you enjoy your day, and I hope to see you again. Thank you.